Welcome to T1 Academy. In our reasoning series, next concept which we are discussing is about decision making and course of action. Decision making. In that decision making, we will see about course of action. They will give us a problem and we should show a solution for that. And usually they will give us a problem in the as a statement, situation and course of actions which we will have. Now see here. In this type question, a statement is given followed by two or more decisions in the form of course of action. We have to analyze the statement and then decide which of the course of action logically follows. That means either to address the issue, if they give any issue, or if they give any some other thing, we should give us the course of action. What are the next things which we need to do? Course of action is a step or administrative decision taken for the improvement or follow-up or further action in regard to the problem. So, usually this is like an administrative decision case. Okay. On the basis of the information given in the statement, course of action should be feasible. It should be feasible, relate to the practical aspect of life. Mostly the given statement mentions a problem. Usually, mostly they will give us the problems only. And we need to show a solution, a logical solution for that problem in the realistic approach. Okay, in a realistic approach, we should show a logical solution for that one. And suggest course of action or solution. Thus, it is a problem solving situation. Usually, this course of action can also be considered as problem solving situation for us. Sometimes the statement merely gives a fact and then that suggests course of action offers a way of improve the situation. Thus, it is a fact to follow up action situation. Sometimes they will give us facts and just to improve that fact what we need to do. That is the type of questions which we can see. And we will see those type of questions also. Now we will see the question. Most of the children in India are not able to get education because they get employed to earn livelihood in their childhood. So this is a problem. Most of the children in our country are getting employed in a very young age. The reason for that is very simple. They were not able to get their day-to-day needs. So just to earn their day-to-day needs, what usually the people are doing is they are engaging their kids into workplace. Now, the solution for that is course of action. Education should be made compulsory for all the children up to the age of 14. Yes, that is a good one. We should make it mandatory so that it can avoid. Next one, employment of children below age of 14 years should be banned. We should do both the things. One thing is we should make it mandatory and the other one is employment below 14 years we should do the same thing. So, here actually both are correct. Both the actions are a good actions for us and it will support us. So, here we should do both the things. Both follows the case for us. We should provide the education and at the same time we should also ban the work. Okay. So, this is here both the actions are correct actions for us. Both the actions are correct. If you only ban it, for example, assume that we will ban all the child labours. Yes, we will ban it. Then what they will do instead of doing working as a child labor, they may do some other things. They may waste the time. So, what we are doing is in order to save their time, at the same time we are making it compulsory for them to learn the things. So, here both are correct for us. Both the actions are correct for us. Next one. India has been continuously experiencing military threats from its neighboring countries. So, that is the situation for us. Now, course of action. India should engage in all-out war to stop the nagging threats. See, war is not the final solution for anything. What they are telling is India should engage in an all-out war. Just so that is not a perfect one or perfect solution for us. Next, India should get the neighbors into serious dialogue to reduce the tension at its borders. Yes, right? We should, by talks only, we should do that one. So, here the second one. The second one will follow my given statement or it will give us a solution to the given statement. It will give us a solution to the given problem. Okay. Next one. At least 15 people were killed and many other injured when a bus fell into the river near a bridge. When the bus has fallen into a river, so 15 people were killed. Now, first course of it. The protection walls of the bridge should be made strong enough to avoid such accidents. Yes, there should be a protection wall. Yes, that is correct. Next, the bus driver should be arrested immediately to make necessary inquiry. Yes, we should do both the things. One is by building a wall, we can stop the other one, and the other one is by taking a serious action on the person who is responsible for it is also very, very important. Just by building a wall will not make any sense. If the driver's behavior is still like that, he will keep on hitting the wall. Then also there will be a problem. If you only take action on the driver also, that is also not a perfect solution. Yes, you should take the action and as well as you should build a wall. You should take both the things. So here, both the actions are correct. So both will follow, or both are the solutions for my given problem. Both are solutions. One, we should build a wall. Second thing, we should take action on the driver who showed negligence in his work. So both the things should be done. And next one, the management of school M has decided to give free breakfast for next academic year to all the students in its primary section through its canteen, even though they will not get any government grant. Whether they get grant from the government or not, the management of a school decided to provide free breakfast for the primary section through its canteen. That is the situation. Course of action. What is the course of? The school will have to admit many poor students who will seek admission for the next academic year. See, students, is it relevant to my given situation? See, whether they may admit or not, that is secondary. Is it relevant for this situation? No, it is not relevant. So this is not a perfect one for this one. Next one. The canteen facilities and utensils will have to be checked and new purchases to be made to equip it properly. Why? Because whether the government provides the grant or not, the school has decided to do that, right? So definitely they should be ready for it. If they provide, fine. If they doesn't provide also, the school is ready to pay it, right? So definitely the canteen should be very much equipped now. So that is a correct action, we should do it. Next, funds will have to be raised to support the scheme for years to come. See here, students, yes, definitely the funds should also be raised. Why? Because it is not clear that whether the government is going to fund or not. So fundraising means it might be from the government help, from the government side, or if the government is not willing, from some other sources, from any NGO or any other thing. So here, these two course of action should be done here. Why? Because they are willing to provide the free breakfast, right? So definitely they should arrange the funds. It might be from government or from any other source. And the second one is definitely they should be equipped properly. So here, second and third are the correct solutions or the correct course of actions for my given statement. Okay, next one. We will have different option sets. Only one follows, only two follows, either and neither. Okay, so both follows is deleted for us here. Okay, next we will see. The company X has decided to give 10% increase in salary to its employees for next month. From the next month, the company has decided to increase the employee salaries by 10%. Course of action. The accounts department will have to prepare new salary statement for all the employees before due date. Yes. Why? Because they want to hike the salary means obviously they should make the changes in the statement, right? Account statement. Yes, that is the correct action. They should be ready before the due date. Why? Because before the due salary date itself, they should prepare the account statements based on the new salaries. Yes, that is correct. Next, employees association should ask for more raise in the salary considering the market condition. This is completely irrelevant, student. That is completely irrelevant for my given statement. See, they are interested to give the 10% hike means, yes, definitely they should make. Say whether it is sufficient or not, nowhere in the statement they doesn't mention us. So here only the first one is the course of action for my given statement. Only the first one is my course of action for the given statement. Next one. The meteorological department has predicted good monsoon this year for the 10th consecutive years, and this will result in good crop yield. Now the government officials have decided, announced that, that means they predicted that the meteorological department predicted that there will be good monsoons. If there are good monsoons, obviously we will have good rain. Then that means based on that the crop yield increases. We will have a very good crop yield. And and it will result in good crop yield. That is the situation. Now, the government should offload the stores before harvesting. See here students, if there is offload the stores in the sense, government stores means what? Go downs. Yes, why? Because new crop will come, right? Why? Because there are good monsoons. So definitely they should empty, they should be ready with the empty go down so that the new crop should be stored there. Yes, that is a perfect course of action. The government should be ready. If you are a district administrative officer, take for example, now if you are expecting the crop yield from the farmers, so definitely what are the measures you should take? You should be ready with gunny bags, you should be ready with go downs, you should be with all the other necessity things, transport facility, each and everything should be kept ready. So in that case only, we should offload the stores before the harvesting. That means before the harvest itself, we should make ready that go downs. That means offloading means we should take off all the old stock from the go downs to fill the new stock. That is a correct course of action. Next, the government should provide chemical fertilizers to farmers immediately. See students, this is not the context here. It might be true. It might be true. But anywhere does it result here for us? Already they are expecting good crop yield. That means there are enough chemical fertilizers. So in this context, it is not necessary. See, already they are expecting good crop yield means all the facilities are done and everything is done. This is post action. So this one is not that much a perfect argument for the given situation. So here only the first argument or the first course of action is the correct one. First one will be the course of action for us here. The first one will be the course of action for us here. Next, most of the development plans develop in papers only. Okay, most of the development activities are developing in only papers. Now, the in charges should be instructed to supervise the field work regularly. Why? Because if it is only on the paperwork, who will implement? The in charges. The in charges will implement it, so that we should supervise, they should supervise the field work. See, on paper it will be very good. Any idea will be very good on paper. But when it comes to implementation, who should be proactive? The persons who are implementing it in the ground level. So that means here the in charges should be active, instructed to supervise the field work regularly. Then obviously we will have very good, better results. So that is a course of action. Yes, the supply of paper should be to such departments should be cut short. It is completely vague one, right? It makes no sense here. So just by cutting the paper supply, how it can be abolished? So this is not at all a valid argument and not at all an argument here. So here for us our answer becomes only the first course of action is correct for us here. Only the first course of action is the correct one for us. Okay, here it doesn't make any sense. If you cut shortage of papers, how it can be reduced? So that is not a correct one. Next, most of the development plans develop in papers only. So already we have done this one. Sorry. Next, the alert villagers collectively caught a group of deaded dacoits armed with murderous weapons. Okay, the alert villagers have captured some of the what we can say dacoits with murderous weapons. That is the question, statement, situation they given. So course of the villagers should be provided sophisticated weapons. Now see here, if the dacoits are carrying weapons, now if we provide for the villagers also the weapons, violence will increase, right? Is that a perfect solution? If they are doing violence means if we start doing violence means that is not a perfect solution for any such type of situations. So that is wrong. We should not provide any weapons for the villagers. Instead of that, you can increase the security for the village, but you should not provide weapons to the villagers. Next, the villagers should be rewarded for their courage and unity. Yes, definitely to encourage them for if anything happens in future, definitely they should do the same thing once again, just to encourage as a gesture. We should definitely reward their courage and unity. Why? Because they have caught the group of dacoits, right? Yes, definitely we should felicitate them. We should felicitate them and we should encourage them by giving some rewards. So here only the second one is correct course of action, not the first one. if you provide the weapons to the villagers, so obviously violence increases, which should not happen. So whatever the decisions which you take, it should reduce the violence. Okay, it should not increase the violence. So next one. There are water logging in the major part of city due to heavy rain during past few days, and the people residing in those areas were forced to shift to other areas. See, there is water logging in some areas. So because of that reason, people are forced to shift to some other areas. Usually this happens in every monsoon. During the monsoons, we can see this situation in one or the other place very commonly. Course of action. The government should arrange food and shelter for the displaced people. Yes, that is the course of action, right? Major. The first course of action should be this one only. They should arrange food and shelter. Next, the fire brigade should be put on high alert to cope up with the situation. See here, students, anywhere, whenever such type of situation arises, the first responders will be the firefighters. Disaster response force. In the disaster response force, the major role will be given for the fire brigades only, usually. So the fire brigade should be put on high alert to cope up with the situation. We should make them high alert to tackle the situation. Yes, that is correct. So here both the actions are correct actions. Both the actions are correct actions for us here. Both the actions are correct. Next one. The proposed strike by the transporters would paralyze day-to-day life of the people. That is a situation. Okay. Now, transporters have started a strike and it will affect the day-to-day life of the people. Now, course of action. City administrators should engage the transporters successfully in negotiations on their demands in order to pre-attempt their strike. Yes, see here, strike was not started. They just proposed it. So definitely the administrators should do what? First, before starting the strike itself, they should start negotiating with those people and try to make them call off the strike. So that is a correct course of action. Yes, the city administrator should engage the transporters successfully in negotiation. They should do it. Next, the city administrator should arrange for the alternative public transportation during the strike. For example, if strike happens, still they should make the alternative arrangement, right? We should take both the measures. First one is, on one side, we should start negotiating with those people, and on the other side, we should have plan B also, that if, for example, if due to some reasons, if strike continues or if they start going to the strike, definitely they should make alternate arrangements. So here both the things should be done. So here both are correct for us. Both the given course of actions are correct for the given situation. Next one. So here the option set is different for this next set of questions. Either and both. Neither follows is gone for us here. So now see here. ABC Limited Company has decided to launch free education up to class 10th for the children of its employees from June 2000. Okay, there is an organization or company, they decided to launch free education up to class 10 for their children of its employees from June 2000. Okay, that is the decision there. Course of action. The company should reduce its other expenditure to save money for the plan. Is it a necessary one? No. They might be getting more profits or some other thing. Next, the company will have to prepare details of execution of the plans. Yes, they should be ready with the execution of that plan, right? They should be ready. Why? Because what is meant by this readiness means they should collect all the student details, and they should be ready means they should arrange the funds and they should know how to distribute these funds and all those things. So that is correct. So the second one is correct for us. Second one is the correct argument for us. Only the second argument is correct. Okay. If they speak anything in detail, then we may consider that first one. But in this situation, this is the only correct one. Right. Next, the meteorological department has issued notification forecasting less rainfall during next year's monsoon. Now, it is reversed to the earlier situation. Now, it was predicted that there will be less rainfall in the next monsoon. Now, what are the course of actions? The farmer should be advised to be ready for the eventuality. Yes, that means we should we should give awareness to the farmers that you should be ready for such type of situation. That means if there is less rain, we should try to change from the regular crop to the crop which require less water or something like that. So the farmer should be advised. Yes, we should give an advice to the farmers to shift from one crop to the other, or make them prepare that instead of cultivating in some 10 acres of land, now they will ask to just cultivate for 5 acres. Why? Because the water source will be very less. These are the types of instructions which should be given to the farmers. That is correct. The government should make arrangement to provide water to the affected areas. Yes, if the rainfall is very less in one area, if there is any possibility of diverting the water from one area to the other, if there is a possibility, yes, the government should look into that opportunity also. So here both are correct. Both are correct, or both are the perfect course of actions for the given situations. For the given situations, both. See, we have in our state, if you take carefully, we will have Krishna basin and Godavari basin. So if you want to divert, if in one basin, if there is rain, monsoon shortage, you should make an arrangement that from the other basin we should shift the water. These type of things, right now it is all the governments, all the state governments are planning to do it. So that is a good course of action for us. So here both are correct. Next one. The Asian Development Bank has approved a 285 million loan to finance a project to construct coal ports by Paradip and Madras Port Trust. Okay, that is the situation. Now, India should use financial assistance from other international financial organizations to develop such ports in other places. Next, India should not seek such financial assistance from the international financial agencies. So now this is the situation, student. This is a very difficult one to analyze. Now tell me, the Asian Development Bank has approved 285 million loan to finance a project to construct coal ports by Paradip and Madras. Yes, for any developing country like India, definitely we should take the financial assistance for the development activities. Here we are going to develop a port which obviously generates revenue. So that is a correct one. So the first one is correct. India should not seek such, no, this is a wrong one for us. Okay, definitely we should take more assistance and we should develop more seaports, and then we should do the more development activities. So here only one is correct. In our realistic approach, see, in this course of action, some realistic thoughts should be put onto the paper. Yes, without having any financial assistance, the ports cannot be developed. So if ports are not developed, we cannot develop our nation. So for any developing nation like India, definitely they should take some assistance and develop their ports. Even the developed countries are also taking loans. So there is no wrong in taking loans by the developing nations. Next, there are more than 200 villages in the hill area of Uttar Pradesh which are severely damaged due to cyclone, and it causes an extra burden of rupees 200 crores on state government for relief and rehabilitation works. That is the situation for us. Now, people of hill area should be shifted to other safer places. Next, state government should ask more financial support from the central government. That is the situation for us. Now, see here, there are more than 200 villages in hill area. See, that is a problem. So, just by shifting them to some other safer places, is that the solution? We should shift the people from hill area. So, that means you are relocating the people. See, relocation completely is always a dangerous one. They are adapted to that hill area. Yes, they might be affected, but temporarily they can be shifted to safer places. But you should not, or you cannot ask them to move completely from one place to other place, almost 200 villages. That is a wrong approach, students. That is not a perfect course of action. Instead of that, you should make them know that what are the problems. They should show a permanent solution for that, how to tackle that cyclones and all those things by building some what kind of houses and all those things. So that is not a correct one for us. Temporarily you can shift, but here they doesn't mention here about their temporary shifting the people. They are asking to completely shift from the hill areas. To relocation of public is not at all acceptable. Next, state government should ask more financial support from central government. Yes, they should ask more. Why? Because it is extra burden, right? definitely they will ask for the finance. So that is correct one for us. So here the second one is correct. So these are the questions based on statements and course of actions, students, right? Thank you very much. We will see a new concept in our next video. Thank you.